Hey, all, this is Derek from the Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast. To see more videos like what you're about to see, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help support this independent podcast. Justin Fields finished QB6, 192 completions on 318 attempts, 60.4% completion, 2,242 yards, 17 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 160 rush attempts, 1,143 yards, and 8 touchdowns to the ground. Thoughts on Justin Fields?
I think his rushing ability easily puts him in the mid QB1 range, right? I think that saves him. Now, 17 touchdowns, you expect him to improve upon that slightly. So if you can get to 22, touchdowns passing for the season and has another 7 or 8 rushing, 30 touchdowns puts you, at least knocking on the door of the top 5. I don't know that he quite gets there, but it's a possibility. So you take him for his legs, right? That's where the upside is. You're taking him for his legs. It's not for, the dynamic passing performances. If you get 1 or 2 of those, honestly, it's just icing on the cake. But he's a fun guy to have on your roster, right? Like, he's a fun guy to root for. And he's a guy that, late in the game, with the ball in his hand and you're needing some chunk fantasy points, right, to make up some ground, he's a guy who can get it to you because he'll use his legs as well to keep the ball marching down the field at the end. So professional NFL wise, I still think there's a lot to be desired, but the Bears decided to take the chance on him. That's why they traded that number 1 pick away, brought in a new weapon, and we're going to see how this offense tries to balance out a little bit more than where it was last year.
That's not normal, but also Justin Fields is not normal. So I just, you bring up the point of his legs, Kevin, like that's where you get him. You're not, I don't know that you're going to see the drastic improvement in passing. I've been wrong before. I will gladly be wrong again, but I think that with Justin Fields, there is the hope that he can be your Hail Mary, in a week where, you have insufficiencies up and down your roster, like Justin Fields can hide those flaws. But I just think the inconsistencies of it, it just doesn't make me want to be in on him. So like, I understand that it is not a popular choice to say like, Justin Fields, but I would much rather go with consistency and kind of knowing what I'm going to get than go with Justin Fields.
Seen quarterbacks make the big leap from year 2 to year 3. That seems to be where the sweet spot is, where if the guys are going to develop and they're going to develop that accuracy, that's where it happens. Seemingly is in that year 2 to year 3. We've seen that in the past. Josh Allen was a guy that, we were saying very similar things when his year 2 to year 3 needed to improve on the accuracy, needed to go through and do that. We did that. Oh my gosh, Josh Allen is either the first or second quarterback off the board. Jalen Hurts, similar thing. Last year, we're going into last year, we said he had to improve the accuracy, had to make those things happen, and is now arguably a top 3 for fantasy to it. And Justin Fields, we could see him make a leap there. Unfortunately, with those other 2 examples I gave, they went out and spent a lot more capital to bring in receiving and receiver weapons around him. And the Bears have done that a little bit by going out and getting a weapon like DJ Moore, but there's still there's still a lot of holes here with this offense. And who's going to is Luke Getsky really the guy to develop him to get Fields to take the next step? But regardless, for fantasy purposes, smash yes.